Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, if you've more blood on the inside than the out, then you're still in the fight.
Aundra Vermis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
I'm a princess cut from marble, smoother than a storm. And the scars that mark my body, they're silver and gold. Just a shout out to my lord, yo. Go lord. Yoda.
And Skol Gunvaldsen, a war cleric who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
We were just in time to be too late.
That is my life.
We join our group as they around the one of the many campfires in the group of travelling merchants that are now smaller in size, having had a number of their group slain by the wandering pack of gnolls. Having spent a little bit of time with Harmon, the supposed leader of the merchants, and receiving some very kind of individual rewards. The nana of the family that seemed to have taken a shine to Aundra,
Yes.
having asked her to pick a card from a deck that she'd been shuffling for the duration of their conversation. Aundra, would you like to pick a card?
For real.
And I believe you stuck it on your forehead.
It's exciting action. It's not gonna stick.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can't see what it is.
That's very humorous because it is the seer.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
man, what does it mean?
Seer, your mind is very keen. Clever.
Oh, perhaps I should have picked that one.
Shh!
Quiet,
Quiet.
in the cheap seats. Yes, Nan, carry on.
Keen. Life and death. Both intertwined. I fear that death, up until this point, has been the bigger part of your story. Your family. You are alone. What happened to them?
She kind of goes quiet.
Yes. Very alone, very lonely.
But there is a lot of attention on you. Many people are watching. And then she kind of rocks back and her back arches up, and she just goes kind of rigid for a split second. And a tear just rolls down her eye, down her face and her cheek. Herman at this point, Nana, his wife puts her hand on, wait. And as the old lady exhales, she looks at you, and she has a look of sorrow mixed with a little bit of fear.
One that looks for you. Above all others. Darkness surrounds them.
She puts her hand out, kind of wrinkled skin, sagging, very bone-like fingers, not too much flesh on them, and she just brings them to rest on your kind of your darker toned skin, and she just says,
Sorry, child. But may our gifts bring you luck. And be careful of the darkness. And she takes the card from your hand, which is still at your forehead, and puts it back into the deck and stands up. Trent, I need to go and have a lie down, I think. And of course, Nana. Suddenly an expression of kind of concern on his face, and he leads the old lady away, and she stops maybe 5 or 6 paces away and turns her head, and the look that she gives you, again, sorrow, and then just kind of turns her head and walks off to one of the tents in the area.
Oh, that wasn't very good. Normally they rip it up and then it appears in an apple or something.
Yes, and I do believe the seer is Davros. But he's for a story for another time. So it appears I'm fucked. Got any cake?
Oh, so who's looking for you?
Nobody.
No, she said like someone in the dark was looking for you. Maybe if they turned a light on they could find you.
Might be, maybe tax collector or somebody wanting my afterpay. Who knows, Probably not a real person. Old lady, she's gone crazy.
I agree. The old lady, she's nuts. I wouldn't believe a word of what she says. Again, another slap from the blonde-haired lady sitting next to Harmon. Don't speak about my mother like that.
And she smells.
Is it like anything to do with in that cave? Do you remember ages ago we were in that big dark cave and those things like they were saying stuff about being after you?
I don't seem to remember.
Do you remember that show?
No.
Yeah, there was some those, and then all the rocks fell down and everything. Yeah.
I mean, my brain was turned to mush at the time.
Yeah, you were pretty out of it then, mate. Yeah, no, there was somebody after you. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
It's tricky. You're complicated, buddy.
And
Okay, so my family was murdered, but
but they got better.
It's yeah. Do you know what murdered means?
We want a happy ending to all these stories because I'm.
Are you feeling a little low, my love?
Yeah, I do because like all these.
Would
kids.
you like to borrow my spare arm?
No, because all the kids died and everything, and.
Oh, only one of the kids died. We saved the rest of them.
Yeah.
I could kill a couple for you if it would help.
Buddy.
No. So anyway, so they disappeared.
Yes, I came home, they'd gone shopping, then nobody was there anymore, and maybe, just maybe, somebody from the underneath is looking for me. Probably to kill me and my companions, but it's probably nothing, yeah?
So,
yes. Let's have a look at it.
So underneath, like in the South Island.
Do you mean like in the Underdark?
Just no. It's probably fine. Would you have a look?
There was that big hole. There was stuff down.
Yeah.
It was a pretty hole, wasn't it? Full of light and laughter and goodness.
No, I'm pretty sure there was like lots of scary stuff.
It's only one or two things looking to kill you. It was fine. It was fine. Look, Duncan, he's still here. He had the intelligence sucker on him.
Yeah,
He's great. Look, he can add 2 + 1.
It didn't affect me. 3!
Yes,
it didn't affect me at all.
Well done, mate.
Hey, it's a miracle.
It didn't affect me at all.
I get like someone want to change the subject.
What? Would you like to have a look at my sex parchment?
Well, different times.
No.
I think you've just been put in the friend zone there.
I'll get him back.
But it's alright, Aundra, because you got friends and we're like, we won't let nothing happen to you.
I hope not.
Oh well, anyway, Tish would probably just stand on like a cliff somewhere and like wave, but you know, I'll be there fighting for you.
Yeah, get over it, mate. Like I said, build a bridge.
She'd probably stand on that as well.
Yeah, because it'd be over the water and be laughing at Duncan swimming with the fishes.
Oh no.
Again.
Fishy. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, we seem to have got sidetracked anyway. So
Yeah.
So, if we see the Demon Queen of Spiders, somebody let me know. Yes?
Oh,
Okay, great.
That sounds icky.
Carry on.
Because we don't like bugs.
oh, but we
Gosh,
killed them
no.
other bugs fine. We
I
just
didn't like those.
squash her as well, eh?
Yes, yeah.
But we need to go down into the caves.
Yes.
What caves?
That
The-
sounds
the
like
mines.
a very bad idea,
mines.
actually.
Yes.
Because they've got your hammer or something. Is that right?
It's
Right,
got.
the big shiny hammer.
It might not be mine, but they shouldn't have it.
I think you would know if it was yours or not.
Why shouldn't they have it?
Because I get the feeling that they're disrupting what they shouldn't be touching.
So they shouldn't be touching your hammer, is what you're saying?
I need to take it into protection if it is a holy relic.
Oh, okay.
And no one touches my hammer.
No, I can
I
understand.
know.
Not right now.
That. Well, you can't say the offer wasn't there, eh? Right. So
Why do my notes say Zan Hammerson got a 10? Got a 10.
Because it's a game of Dungeons and Dragons. That's why your notes say that.
no, that was last. There was that.
The man.
There was the man with the tan on the gate.
Oh, it was a 10.
Was he with
Okay.
Timmy, wasn't he?
Got a
Because
10. It's very helpful.
So do we think? Because we've got two options now, eh?
Yeah, because we've got that
Cause-
address to the tavern.
Because we know the tavern's in Hawksmoor. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So kind of. And is Hawksmoor in the same direction as the mine?
No. So Hawksmoor is approximately east of the city.
Righto.
So what we'll do is this. If you just move the cards.
Ooh.
So we'll get bigger ones of these done.
Oh, we've got a map
Haw-
and everything.
It's a nice
You're
one.
currently
Yeah.
here. Hawksmoor is over on the west side of the Central Lakes District. The mines, owned by the Stonewall Mining Company, are down here, south of Stin's Hollow. So different directions.
Oh, yeah.
So, to get drunk at Hawksmoor or die in the mines, what do you think?
Drinking.
No,
Commute-
I'm
Maybe.
not gonna be drinking for a while.
Oh, good. Sober cart driver.
And also, I'm pretty sure some of the guards were a bit conspicuous as well with the mining company.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
they were there.
So do you think we should go to the mine first before we go to that pub?
I think so, because I'm feeling like being in the pubs was what brought on all this.
Trouble.
Yes.
Interesting times.
Yeah.
An adventure. Oh, yeah.
No, well, just all these problems with all the people that died
Or
that we couldn't save.
yeah,
Let us talk
One.
about it,
Oh.
my sensitive friend.
because you drunk too much.
Yeah, maybe.
To be fair, I've seen you fight sober. I couldn't see a difference, so I won't put that down on yourself.
Thank you, Duncan. That means a lot coming from you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Crikey.
As the conversation progresses, you kind of actually all realise that Harmon and his wife, whose name is Rindal, are just sitting there. Like, they've got their hands clasped together and they're looking at you all quietly as kind of a... Not shock is the wrong word, but I don't know, it's almost like they're watching an episode of Shortland Street. They're like, this is awesome. What's
That
going
bad.
on?
Oh, they're probably in awe because we're such heroes and we rescue
And
those
that's
people.
very
there's certainly
boring.
something. And they're just kind of like quietly like, right. Do you need some space? We can go. If
No, I think we're good. We're what time of day was it?
it's kind of early evening now.
Early evening.
Give or take.
So should we head off for the mine in the morning?
Yeah, it's safer than travelling at night around these parts, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and also I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Always.
You did just have a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Alright, but we got some catching up to do because
And only
we're
three
up
of
all night
us.
fighting.
Only 3 of us can see in the dark without a torch.
Oh, there is that.
And Maya. Yeah. Sad. But true.
So back to the tavern and then set off in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think, Aundra? Do you think we should go and get Shoal's hammer or go to the pub, the other pub?
Oh, look how sad he is.
He does look quite sad, doesn't
Oh,
Let's get him a
he's
hammer.
a little delicate right now. Shall we go and get your hammer? Your lovely shiny hammer. I will buff it for you.
It would be
I
a
will
start.
polish
because
it up
need-
lovely.
I need to get back in the good books.
You'll be able to see yourself in it.
he? Oh, okay. What do you think, Tish?
Yeah,
Do you
no,
think
I'm
go
down.
for the hammer?
Yeah, we better get that over and done with. I feel like we need to go there.
Okay.
There's a good chance I might die. So,
Let's
just,
go.
you know.
Why would you die?
No, I mean, I just feel a little tickle. You know, it's fine, it's fine.
Well, do you think you've got a better chance at surviving at the pub?
I mean, I'm always up for a drink at the pub. But no, we
Well,
go.
well,
For you, we go and we get the mine and the
I
hammer.
don't want another life on my conscience.
I think you're just going to have to suck it up.
What do you mean another life on your
Well,
conscience?
like those people we couldn't save.
Well, you know, Grandma Dana used to say, just save the ones you can. That's what she used to say.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good advice.
She also used to put beer in her scones.
Good woman.
So, you know,
Oh, you can't beat a good cup of tea and a beer scone though, can you?
delicious.
Yeah.
So, what do we do?
We're going
We're going
to the mines.
on a hammer hunt.
Okay.
We go to catch a big one.
Oh,
Oh no.
I
super.
hope so.
You farewell the group again. Farewell Harmon, and make your way from the camp into the gates where Tim and Zan, the man who can,
With the tan.
with
Mr.
Jimmy
Tan.
Tan, still on guard, and Zan actually goes, I've got a message for you. Actually, it's from our chief, Dugan Noblesword. I believe you've met him. Well, of course
we've
you
not
met him. You
only
fought with
met
him.
him. We've
Yeah.
had a right big fight with him. That makes us almost family.
Yeah.
But he did say that he wanted to catch up with you just before you leave town. So
Maybe he's going to give us a lot of money.
We'll go and see him now then, shall we? And then
Yes,
before we go back
yes.
to the
Let's
pub. Then
do
we
it.
can set off early in the morning.
Let us go. See the
perfect.
little man.
You maybe get 10 yards down the street, and Shoal, you feel a little tug on your back, and you turn around, and there's a halfling.
It's not me.
Oh, yeah. There's a halfling who's kind of like, as soon as you turn around, steps back. Excuse me, are you the warrior Shoal?
Halfling tags.
I am.
I hope you don't mind me troubling you. I'm very sorry.
I'm
and
checking
he
if
kinda looks around.
I got my coin purse still on me.
Kind of pretty simple dress. Is wearing a pair of kind of green brownish pants and a kind of a reddish top. He's got a functional belt with a couple of pouches, but no weapons of any sort. And he looks around at all of you. Good evening. First of all, thank you. What you did was amazing last night. The whole town is talking about you. You are amazing.
Was that my fire dance? That was amazing, wasn't it?
It was.
That
It's
was
quite
very
shocking,
impressive.
honestly.
Quite,
obvious.
quite
Yeah.
traumatizing.
Tish, is this a friend of yours?
I don't know. What's your name, little friend?
And he hands his hand out. As you asked, he comes up and goes, "Oh, my name is Tobin Thornthistle." And
Tobin.
as a little halfling comes over and shakes your hand very energetically, and then goes over and shakes your hand, Shoal, and then over to Duncan, and then goes to shake your hand, Tish, and Aundra, and looks up at you and goes, hands his hand out, shakes your hand a little bit too vigorously. And then he kind of steps back into the centre and he goes, I hope you don't mind me interrupting you. I know you've been probably very busy, but I have a problem, and I can't find him, and I don't know where he's gone, and he's not answering in his house, and he should be there, and I'm a little bit worried, and I haven't seen him for a couple of days now. And seeing as you've done such a great thing for the village, and I wonder if maybe you'll
Stop wittering, little creature. Who are you looking for?
Sorry, my friend, Killith, Killy is missing, and I don't know where he is.
Killy.
Yeah, and maybe you'll Killy, and maybe you could go to his house, which I can't get into, and maybe do some investigation because you're all very obviously clever and good and brave.
Oh, we're not all clever. I'm quite stupid.
Oh no!
I'm brave.
She's not brave. No.
To be able to swing those axes like we all heard you can, you must be very clever indeed.
He done some good investigation.
I did do good investigating.
You did?
Several
Me and
times.
Tish did good investigating, didn't we?
Fabulous at investigation.
As I recall, you and I, Shul, were quite bad at
So
investigation.
this Killy,
Killy Meadowbloom. She's a good friend of mine. And
is she like halfling as well?
Yes. And she lives not too far from here. And I was hoping that maybe you could maybe just help. I have, and he pulls out a little pouch, and it's just a small pouch, and it's got a bit of a jangle. Because I can give you some money. I don't have much, but she means the world to me. And
Friends, is it any chance that this is somebody that we have murdered on our travels?
I was just thinking that.
We've not
we don't
killed
think
any
so.
halflings.
Killed any
Okay.
girls? No.
Right.
Why do you think she's gone missing?
well, she's always there. And she's never been gone more than like half a day. And she doesn't really leave the town, in fact. So it's very strange. And she would have told me if she was going.
Do you think there's any chance that perhaps that she just had enough of your shit and left?
Oh, no. Like, we're peas in a pod. She's just like me.
Oh, yes. Well, I would find it very annoying.
Right, where's her?
Eyes just drop and the smile fades from his face. And he's like, oh, okay.
So where's her house then?
Oh, it's just over the bridge and around the corner and back. It's like, and he kind of points opposite the river. He goes, it's just over there, but we've got to go over the bridge. Come. Does this mean you're going to help me? Just to have a look?
Well,
Do you trust the little thing? I don't trust him.
well, to be fair, you don't trust anyone.
Sounds like a
It's
stalker.
actually true. Yeah.
Well, we could take like we've got the evening, haven't we? We're gonna head off in the morning.
It's a lot of greasing.
What's the worst that could happen? And that's what
Well, it might make me feel better to do something good.
Yeah, Shoal
Help the
could
little
like,
people.
he could do with a win on this one, couldn't he?
I mean, how difficult could it be?
Yeah, to find a little hobbit.
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
So you follow.
For you.
Follow Tobin,
Okay.
and he kind of trots off, kind of half jog, run, walk. There's a mixture of all as he kind of
Very
pushes you
annoying.
along in a
Yeah.
very upbeat now.
I've just said if he starts singing, I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
I'd have left him.
He crosses a bridge, and then straight away, as soon as you move to the south side of the river, he leads you to the east side of the town, where you haven't really ventured before.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
He actually kind of walks along the bank of the river and takes you to a house in this area here.
Oh, we're over there. Ooh.
X marks the spot.
It's not a very large house, but it's it's functional and it's pretty. There's some nice flowers on the window boxes. Curtains seem to be kind of half drawn, but yeah, no smoke from the chimney. Quiet, whereas the buildings around have all got kind of little puffs coming from the chimney spires, and you can hear a bit of noise. But
So
it stands out in its quiet.
So is the houses like regular person sizes?
Yeah, I mean it's not a hobbit hole, a halfling hole. It's not a huge property. It's one story, but yeah, it's
Or is
nice
the door
size.
is the door unlocked?
We have a peer through the window.
Oh yeah, you peer through the window. Yeah, that's always good to start. Yeah.
Is there a back door?
So, yeah.
You have a look around the house. There only seems to be the one main door to the property, but there are a number of windows that you could look through.
What's through the window?
So you look into the window. I'll show you. You kind of spy through a window and see what looks like a public, like a living space. You can see what looks like a wooden kitchen sink, a little bit lower. Some kind of fruit and vegetables that are on a table in the corner. but there's no movement, and it's quite dark. There's no light really getting into the house.
So, Tobin, how well did you know Killy?
Well, I mean, she's like a great friend. We've known each other for many years now.
Friends,
Yes.
not family.
No.
Have you been into a halfling hole before?
He tried with his straight face and everything.
So you know if anything had been moved about was what I meant.
Yes. I've ventured into a hole a few times. It's yes.
Do you know where she?
I would know if she moved anything. She tends to keep it very neat and tidy.
Do you know where she might keep a spare key?
No.
Good work, soldier, keeping the game together for everyone.
Yeah. And he goes over to.
It's your time to shine.
He goes over to some little plant pots that have got some green herbs over not far from the front door, and he kind of looks around and moves it. And no. There's normally one here, but it's not here.
Somebody else has been into her halfling hole.
Yes.
No. What are we going to do?
Right.
And they might not have been invited because they took the key.
Yeah. Oh, Tish, borrowed them lock picking things, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Do you want to have a go at seeing if you can open the door?
I think we should try the handle first. Does it feel like it's
Oh,
unlocked?
that's a good idea.
Does it look like it's unlocked, Mr. Dean?
You want to try the handle?
Yeah.
It is locked.
Oh, well, let's have a go at picking a lock then.
Okay. So roll your d20. So the dexterity plus your proficiency for these tools.
Oh!
First roll of the game.
Oh, it's all downhill from here. It was a natural 20.
It's like you slip accidentally into the lock and just find all the right, and in one movement you unlock the door and open it at the same time. And it's just this kind of look of awe on the little halfling's face. You're amazing. Where did you learn to do that?
Don't you wanted Gilly back and not the little rock gnome?
Oh no,
well
she's not my
done,
killie.
That was awesome.
Oh, she's not your Killy.
Well, you know what I mean.
Whose killer is she?
She's my friend. Can we try and find her? please?
Has you got other friends?
Well, of course, I'm not just a Billy No Mates with our
Tobin,
friend.
do you love her?
Well, yeah, she's the life of the party. Everyone loves her. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, well, can we just find her first, please? And he kind of like looks at the door.
I don't trust him.
Does he blush,
does he want to
blush
talk
a
to
bit when we ask him that?
His cheeks have gone a little bit red, yeah.
Okay. What about his face?
It's still slightly tanned as someone who seems to maybe spend a lot of time outside.
It's a
Right.
shame Killy's boyfriend couldn't come and give us the spare key.
Yes.
Told-
Should we
told him.
ask who is Gilly's boyfriend?
She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe
Good
that's why she's
girlfriend.
gone.
Equal
Can we just
opportunities,
concentrate on
halflings.
finding my friend, please?
Yeah, sure,
Oh,
mate.
okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to make a loud noise.
Oh.
Sorry, microphone.
Oh, my ears. Oh, it's deafening.
Ow,
Aye.
ow.
Jinkies.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You're kind of over here somewhere.
Take me over, I'm just little old me. I'm so short.
Oh, you
Kenny-
noticed.
Tobin
We've
says,
been a vet for some time.
if you don't mind, I don't feel right. Just maybe I'll come in with you, but behind or at the back.
Oh, yeah. You pop in behind because we make sure it's safe for you.
Okay.
I think
As
he's
the door
leading
is
us to
opened-
slaughter.
As the door is opened, you enter a good size, like I said, living space. There's a small bench and table with looks like it's a small kitchen area, and a table and chairs in the corner with a bench seating. But it's pretty sparse. There's not much else in here.
This is quite a big space. Might kind of entertain lots of people in this.
Very tidy.
Yeah.
Very tidy hole.
Do we notice anything out of the ordinary?
Make an investigation check.
I'll go for it, mate.
That's my strong point, obviously.
Yep.
So,
Well, that's a 9, and my bonus to investigation is -2, so that's a 7.
I mean, everything looks relatively neat and tidy and in place. There's no
So-
disturbance.
Tobin, like, does it look like
Kind
normally?
Kind of head comes between a few of you, like, no, it looks normal. Nothing looks. I mean, like I said, there's not much in here. It's quite, and she's neat and tidy. And to his defence, like the place looks very neat
Yeah.
and tidy.
So has he got any, like what, like overcoat, shoes? I don't know. Do you wear shoes?
He looks down at his big feet with like lots of curly hair on the top.
Disgust.
Tend not to.
Okay, I'll see if she's got a cloak or a hat or something.
That would maybe be in the next room.
Yep, all right,
So-
lead the way.
And he kind of leads you all into the just into the entrance room. And there's this rather large kind of double space, a double archway, kind of a good nearly 10 foot wide. It's quite long and opens up into this second area, which is a little bit narrower than the first. There looks to be a number of seats down the far end with an open fireplace, which is currently cold and unlit. It's set, ready to be lit. Yeah.
Does Killy live on her own?
Yes, she does. Yeah. I mean,
He?
she. It's a she.
Oh, I thought it was she. I just double checked. What does she do for a living? Because this is quite a nice house,
Quite a
isn't
big
it?
house, I was just thinking. It's
well,
palatial.
just in that. She. Well, I mean, she's family owned a number of farms, but she came to here. She loves flowers, so she works for a number of the florists in the town. But I mean, the family owned the house. But yeah. And there's a lot of families, so when they do come to visit, they all like to stay here, and it's
Gold
space
digger.
for lots of them. Sorry, you're right. You
I-
Like she's
Can I
got
get you
a,
some water?
I had a little something in my throat, didn't I, Short?
oh, the matters.
You see,
Not going there.
on the opposite side of where the couch is and the kind of the seating area are, there's some cupboards, and in the corridor, like the room narrows, and you can see two doors. One is opposite you as you come into the room, and one is just a little further up.
Is there like anything with writing on it? Because you could read that under it and see if it gave us any clues to who has done this.
Has she left a note?
Make an investigation check.
Yes. Wish me luck. Well, apparently.
The only papers you find are the ones you're using to start the fire.
I was hoping that my third eye was going to do the investigation, so I stood in place and I closed my eyes. That's a natural one.
That worked well for you. No, you can't see any papers. There's clearly a couple of nice books and some. There's a leather-bound journal on the top of the table by the lounge suites.
Does it contain leather-bound pounds?
It contains pictures of flowers and notes, kind of details of what goes well with what, when they normally bloom, kind of colour aspects.
Flick through to the last entered pages.
Yeah. There's about half the book is full. There's half of it's blank pages, but it's something about a particular flower that changes colour when grown in different types of soil, and
Hydrangeas, yes.
it's got a funny kind of halfling scrawl next to it. You think that's what it says?
Oh, right. Shall we carry on?
I suggest somebody else has a little look.
Let's look in the next room, eh?
So which room are you going into?
Let's go into that one there.
Come in. So as you
Yeah.
enter the what seems to be a larger bedroom, the bed is dishevelled as if it's been slept in. There are what looks like bloodstains on the floor. There is a broken vase not far from the bloodstains. There's a small chest of drawers in the room. There's a large, almost full height, which is a little bit more exuberant for a halfling, like a 6 foot high freestanding mirror, kind of dark oak frame to it.
Lovely.
A couple of other small pieces of kind of furniture, but
I whip around and I have a look at Tobin's face when he sees that there is blood
Is
on
it?
the floor. I want to see his face.
The kind of tear. Is it? What is that? Is she in here? And he starts looking
Well,
around.
some of us in here, I think.
It is the blood of your lover. What happened to her, Tobin?
I don't know. Where's the body? Is there a body? And he starts kind of like hyperventilating and like.
He's very excited about it.
It is. I expect she might be pushing up the daisies, the
Are you
hydrangeas,
all in the room?
the tulips, all the different flowers.
We don't look like we're
A lovely
with-
flower garden. Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
She's pushing them all up.
The blood stains,
Yeah.
when you say there's blood stains on the floor, are we talking like little drips of blood, or are we talking like someone's been totally eviscerated type of blood?
Is it in the shape
kind
of a
good,
person?
kind of a good mixture of the two. There's some splattering over leading to what looks like kind of toward the bed. There's a larger puddle, almost like which is congealed and like kind of dried now. Really soaked the wooden flooring, which is more in the centre of the room. Just if that's where you are, Duncan, just kind of where you are.
You're standing right
Am I
in the
using
middle of
this
it,
for
love.
Tobin? So Tobin is now backed up to the wall, and he's just like almost sunk down to his floor, just wide up like the floor, wide eyes, tears streaming down. He's like,
Now, I've been in a few fights in my time, so I like to consider myself quite an expert when it comes to blood splatter. Can I tell, like, how this blood has got here? Has it, like, just dropped and poured from a body, or is it, like, splattered off a weapon as it's been, like, struck? Or
it looks like it's kind of just poured out of a wound. Maybe a few kind of like. It doesn't look like it's from, say, a sword
like a threshing
or
attack.
a sword or an axe, but it looks like it's something has made these wounds.
Does it look like there is a wound on the head, perhaps, that there's no body?
Well, do you want to look around the room?
I sense the body.
Yeah, well,
Does the vase look like it has been used to smash in the head? Or has it fallen incidentally in...
It's fallen
frenzy?
more. You more think it's fallen incidentally into the room. But yeah, there's a chest of drawers not far from where the blood is, and it's not far from there. Which
Look
is just
in the
next.
chest of
So the chest of
drawers.
drawers is kind of here next to the mirror. The bed's here, and it's kind of somewhere around
does
here.
the mirror, like, block off the room? So could there be something
No,
hiding
the
behind
mirror's
it?
the mirror's quite. It's kind of like across the corner of the bedroom. Like I said, it's quite dark.
Can I peek behind it?
You go up to the mirror, yeah, and peek behind it.
I'm gonna stay near Tobin so he doesn't make a run there.
So as you go to peek behind it, it's some quite good detailing on the mirror actually. Is what looks like kind of acorns and foliage going up both sides,
It's
well
a
carved
magic
into the wood.
mirror.
Yeah.
It's
spiderwebs
a
on
pretty
it?
clean mirror. Yeah, it looks like it's new glass. Yeah. So you go to have a look behind it. So are you next to? You're looking there, Aundra?
Mhm.
Where are you, Tish?
I'm just lingering. I feel like we should
Lingering.
check the next room while you're checking that room. But I'd get scared when we split up. 'cause
Yeah, don't
it
split
goes
the
bad.
party. We've made that mistake before.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a look, and there's nothing really behind the mirror, Duncan, as you crouch down. And then you kind of look around, and as you come around, you say to everyone, "There's nothing behind there." And Tobin's eyes are like wide. And from behind you, you hear this, you feel this thing just attack you, Duncan.
Oh, cool.
It was not the first time.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. I wasn't expecting that one. I was just looking at myself in the miror thinking how handsome I
that's,
was.
Well,
you are very
I was just thinking
handsome.
these wounds are healing really nicely. I was just thinking.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
As you see
Goodness.
what looks like a strange-looking mass extending from the mirror, and at the top,
Roger.
carved into the eyes, there's two. Carved into the frame, there's two eyes, and now these metallic, glass-like teeth start to form out of the glass as the mirror takes its own form of what looks like this nightmarish creature.
Is there
A
a
tongue sloughs out of it
Ugh.
as suddenly the feet of the mirror start to gain purchase as the creature starts to stumble forward. Can we have everyone roll initiative, please?
Is there a ridge close by I could go stand on?
You'll find out in the hallway.
I don't know, it never works out well. What am I rolling?
Oh, that's add 1 on the initiative, so that's going to be like
initiative.
3. 2, sorry.
18 for
that
Aundra.
one?
Yeah.
18. So
Oh, son of a gun. It's a whole 3.
I got 19.
I see, I blew it all in that first.
Yeah.
Shit, that's it.
It's alright, mate. I mean, it's 3.
So you got a 3 as well?
Yeah.
So what's your dexterity modifier?
I got 2 actually.
Oh, you got 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Oh,
solves
do
that
I
problem.
add that to my crappy roll?
No,
Yeah.
that is your that you already added it there.
Oh. You know, that's about all. Oh, son of a gun.
Duncan. As you turn around and it's caught surprised by a second of this creature and like.
So just describe what's happened again, so I could get my head around it.
So you basically have looked behind the mirror,
Yeah.
and as you've come back to tell everyone
Yeah.
that there's nothing behind the mirror, you've basically been attacked, and the mirror has now taken a form of what looks like a sentient creature. Big jagged glass like teeth, a tongue lolling out from this maw that's opened up from the from where the glass is.
Is it still
Beady
like?
eyes that
Is
are
it
opening
quite
up.
reflective still?
It's kind of taken on more of a matte silver shine to it. But yeah, the wood itself is like softened and has got a kind of a corporeal form to it. Where the mirror sits on large feet, they seem to have risen off to make movement a bit able.
Well, I say this is 7 years bad luck, but it's going to be even more unlucky for you, I think. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And does it take necrotic damage? Because I've got my brand new spanking axe.
Well, everything does. It
Oh,
does. So if
okay,
you just
cool.
reel off the damage on that one.
9. No, 10. 10 damage.
In total.
Yep.
Nice.
And then I'll hit it with my other axe as well, just to,
Yep.
because I don't like it. It was me looking at myself, thinking, God, quite handsome. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 damage on that one.
Cool. As you kind of like chopping with the axes and just kind of like almost fleshy, you get this fleshy like sensation when the axe bites into the wood. It's kind of softened up. It's not like hard timber anymore, but you kind of beat in with both axes. And
Does it have a face like?
Yeah, it's definitely like beady little eyes, and as you see, more eyes are opening up along the top of the rim, like high up, looking down at you with this massive mouth, and taking up most of the mirrors.
It's the seer.
Oh no, the seer. So this is all your fault that I'll get like
Yeah.
a good bubbling.
Where's your ridge? I'm off.
There's a bed.
Come on
you're
up.
Aundra.
Me next. Okay, I am going to inflict wounds at level 2 and see if I can do some damage. It's by touch. Oh, please. Ooh. That's 15.
That hits.
Yes. Okay. The 10?
10 point. Oh.
Hang on.
Oh, big damage.
15. 15 and 8. It's got an 8 in it.
23.
Thank you. And one more because it's level 2 plus 9. Whatever you said.
31. No,
Yes.
32.
Whoa.
Thank you
job.
for stepping in there.
As you kind of use your magic, and you almost feel the creature scream, and you kind of tense up, but it's not enough to kill it. It just seems to make it really angry.
Good.
As it now reaches out to move up towards you. The shuffling of the mirror, just kind of like something out of a fairy tale gone bad, just reaches out, and suddenly one of these long globule-like pseudopods or appendages just kind of whips out in your direction from the creature, which is going to go there. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
So it is.
It's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As the pseudopod goes to pull away, it starts to stick on you, and you feel your arm being pulled towards it, like it's just this naturally sticky sensation. And you kind of feel that if you wanted to run away, it might be tricky now.
I have that effect on people.
Does it look like it's trying to pull her into the mirror?
Yeah, pull it towards her. Yeah. You're up.
Can I take a breath. Would I get a clear shot with my circlet of blasting crown? Are there others in my way?
Oh no, you can shuffle your way up along where the bed is and get a real good beat on it. Easy. Yeah.
Yep, let's do that. How does...
So you kind of manage to, in fact, you kind of, if you want, you run past the now blubbering, eyes closed Tobin, who's like pushing himself up against the wall, leap onto the bed to get the higher ground. We know you like that.
Yep, because I'm very short. This is because I'm short, and I'm gonna.
And brave. Short and brave.
Short and brave, and I'm just gonna. I do my D20, right?
Yep.
And yeah, it's a 19.
Yep. So you have three.
Plus 5.
Yep. So that hits. So you did get to do that 3 times, I think.
Really?
Yeah, you get 3 attacks. So roll.
Oh yeah.
See how many
with
hit.
my 2d6.
Oh no, roll that twice more.
Oh,
See how
really?
many times you hit it.
Yep.
Okay. So that was what?
That was 1 hit.
An 11
Plus what? 5.
plus 5. This what? 16.
That hits.
I didn't even use my fingers. Sorry. And what?
And one more.
One more for luck.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
That'll hit. So that's 8
Yep.
d6 in total.
Oh,
so
so-
2d6 per hit plus double the dice.
Okay,
on
remind me what
the
a
crit.
D6
normal.
is the
Yeah.
boring shaped normal one. And how many times do we throw it?
Oh, he's got tapes on it for you. There you go.
Holy guacamole. How many is it?
8.
Okay, and just not throw them all at once. Surely.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, yeah. And then you need to use your fingers.
Then you got
Oh,
adult.
golly. I might need help. Okay, right. And then just add it all together.
Add it all together.
1, 5, 11, 14, 17, 19, 20, 25, 31? 31, just double check because I'm just...
I make it 30.
Okay, hold on.
Did you count the 1?
Some complex mathematics.
30, it's
going on
30,
here.
it's 30. Sorry. It's just 30.
You leap up onto the bed and you kind of channel the queeny powers
We're
of the,
actresses, you know.
you channel the queeny powers of the circlet of blasting, and you just these three rays of fire just beat out from it and strike the creature. Like straight in the center mass. As the first one hits the second and the third, suddenly this you hear this, and then the creature just erupts into hundreds of smaller pieces, kind of soft, fleshy
But they die.
bullets that just splatter across Duncan and Aundra and the back walls.
I don't mind.
And I kildified it.
You kildified it.
Oh, nice work, Tish.
Sometimes you've got to stand up on a high thing just to make sense of it all.
I take it all back, Tish. That was excellent work.
Oh, well done, team.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got this, team.
Woo. I've got a bit
Are
of a
you
switch
feeling
on me.
less impotent now?
No,
Does it help?
no, I was gonna get my hammer out and it was gonna be all and glowing and
Almost ready,
yes, almost.
Almost there.
You need to get the proper mindset.
It's almost like you had a little bit of stage fright there. Or shoulder, you just did it.
so.
A little bit scared about getting in there.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous when everyone's looking at me.
I know the feeling.
Right. So the figures like blobbed all over us.
Yep.
Anything else happened?
No. The creature is the creature is definitely killified.
Cool. Killified it.
It didn't spit up the body of a halfling, did it?
No, that's what I was hoping.
Tobin, you could have warned us about that one.
He's looking. I didn't know.
Slap him.
Takes a deep breath. He goes, do you think that's what killed her?
Well, no one said she's dead
Like,
yet. I think
she had that mirror
you're
there
jumping
all
the gun
time.
there.
Like
might
it's
have-
a new mirror.
It is a new mirror. Yes.
Could have killed her lover.
So who was the secret admirer that gave her that mirror?
Oh, she bought it. Not a week ago.
Where from?
It was and he's kind of like trying his utmost to kind of keep himself together.
Don't
She
have me
bought
slap
it.
you
She
again.
bought it from a traveller. He had a wagon of wonderfully carved furniture. There were at least 3 or 4 other mirrors on the wagon, and I know she wasn't the only one to buy one.
Oh, God.
I can't think of his name, but he left the day after.
What, he sold it here in the
In the
town?
village, yes,
In the town.
yeah.
Oh.
Did they have any chunks out of him?
No, he was
No, noticeable
really,
bleeding. Or...
What did he look like?
he was an elf, well dressed, kind of darkish cloak. Yeah, I mean, I can't think who else was there, but there were definitely lots of people looking around. It looked beautiful.
Do you know
The mirror.
who else bought a mirror from
brought
him?
us here to kill
I
us.
do not. I'm sorry.
I told you I didn't trust
Who?
him. He's brought us here to kill us. But he's
Dugan was
dark
there.
elf.
The captain of the guard. He was there as well. Yes, I remember him there because he was talking to one of his friends, a female. I can't think of her name. She has a shop here, but I think he was helping her with one of the mirrors as well.
Oh, we best check that
We
out.
better pop over and see Dugan, guys.
All right.
Well,
course.
but did she buy any other furniture or just the mirror?
Just that, and because there were 3 of us that helped to bring it here. That was all she bought. She thought it was. She loved the flower and the decorations carved into it. She thought it was pretty.
So
No.
do we think the body is somewhere in the house, or do we think it's eaten her?
Well, it's hard to tell, really. Like, I've never come across a possessed mirror before.
Mm.
You're quite magical, like.
Wow,
Could-
thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Could you look at them carvings and see if there's anything like magical about them?
Yes, I'll have a look at what's left of
You're
the
right, mate.
carvings.
Well, what's left of the carvings have now kind of transformed into very nondescript.
Wood chips.
No, just kind of clumps of almost like a fleshy kind of
meat.
meaty material that's really quite nondescript. Which, as soon as you look at those, you have.
What did
I would say, just roll an intelligence check.
So there aren't any like wood chips or glass
No.
pieces, and it
No,
just is.
what's landed is now kind of like fleshy meat
Oh
almost.
yeah.
17.
You've heard of creatures that take on the appearance. There's things called like doppelgangers that you know of, which are beings that can change shape. But you've also heard of malevolent kind of creatures that can take on an appearance, which is something that they do to lure prey to them.
Judith
Kind
Collins.
of monstrosities of sorts.
Oh, sorry.
Judith Collins.
Sorry, it's got something in my throat.
No, because if she was kind of
Yeah,
low, she would
but
take
they-
on
yeah,
a much
they-
better
they kind of-
appearance than that,
yeah.
wouldn't she?
They sit in weight and they take
She
on
would
the
have tried
appearance
to look
of
like
almost
Jacinda.
anything. And you kind of rack your brains and you mimics come to mind.
Mimic.
So do we think that it was already the mimic when she bought it, or was it possessed by something after she bought it? Are the other things that were sold also mimics, or just bits of furniture?
I guess we'll have to check that out, won't we? It
We
could just
should
be a
check
one-off.
Check the rest of the house before we go
Could-
in.
yeah,
Because,
that's a good
because
idea.
I'm assuming if it got possessed afterwards, it wouldn't be like all fleshy and gooey. We'd see some like wooden pieces or something.
Ah, good thinking.
Yes.
Ah, look, redeeming yourself.
Oh, he's
What
back,
a good
guys. He's
man.
back.
What does the meat taste like?
The other white meat.
You want to try something?
I'll just have a lick.
Kind of you kind of get that jolt of acid and then like a almost putrid kind of cross between something fungal and rotten and a little bit sweet on the finish.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
There's nothing particularly special about it.
I think Tish is right. We best check the rest of the house first.
Just worried about that other room.
Tobin, I suggest you clean up this mess.
This is just like it. If everyone just makes a investigation check for the rest of the house.
Yes.
Just one.
Yeah, I want to have a look in the wardrobe and the things and make sure she's not in there.
5.
5.
8.
I don't really add anything to the investigation at this stage.
25.
Yeah. You guys all kind of flicking through, looking at some kind of nice clothes, and some more drawings of flowers, some nice artwork. You kind of get taken into those. You make a bit more of a thorough search under her. She's got some nice belongings. Pretty much the furniture is nice. The mirror certainly seemed to be the most extravagant piece. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else in the house of any interest that isn't commonplace in most houses.
I'd like to say a few words for our recently departed little halfling to soothe Tobin's soul.
He just, as you start saying something, he just starts turning into a blubbering mess.
Farewell to little Killy, the little halfling, who was starved of love from her friend Tobin.
Well, we don't know that she's dead.
And if only he had explained to her sooner his real feelings, perhaps he wouldn't be the wretched, pathetic little soul we see in front of us now. Long may she rest.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you, Aundra.
Layers, mate. There's layers in that.
Like, from what we know about mimics, do we know if they like gobble their victims all up and they disappear?
Kind of, yeah. They're just like, it's like something eating something.
Yeah. So it might be like all bunch of
Yeah,
tillies.
even you can put
Maybe a
one and
bit
one
of this
together and get
flesh
3.
might be.
It's, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We should take him with us.
Oh yeah, nah, he's not going anywhere.
Because he's a witness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or suspect.
Yeah.
It's always a
Yeah.
blog.
So, where are you guys heading?
Can I take a book of drawings of flowers, please?
Of course, yeah.
Dugan.
We're going to Dugan Noble Sword,
Yes.
down to the main guard
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Then there's nothing else special, sacred, spiritual.
Anything worth stealing?
No magic-y stuff.
Well, I'm not really stealing it. I'm
Righto.
just taking the book to preserve her memory. It
Oh,
looked quite nice.
mate.
As you make your way from the house, you close the door behind you. Kind of the sobbing, quiet sobbing of Tobin, just as you lead in, following the river down to the main street to head towards the guard's house. We will call it there tonight. Thank you, everyone.
Good day.
Good to be back, and we will see you all next week. Okay.
Yeah, check out our. What do I know? What do you tell us to check out? I don't know.
All of them.
Instagram,
Facebook.
Facebook. Or we might have some stuff on YouTube by the time you listen to this as well.
Yeah.
And also a Patreon, so you can like give us money for beer.
Yeah. And
That would be
pie.
lovely. And pie.
And
Beer
pie.
and pies.
Mm.
So check that out. Probably via our website would be the best way to find that, because I haven't worked out how we like do it yet. Anyway, thank you
Stay
everyone.
tuned.
We'll see you next week.
Cheers,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.